All right, thank you, Diane. Well, every year in April, we host volunteers from Life Connection of Ohio to raise awareness of the importance of organ donation. For 24 straight hours, someone will be in this big green chair sharing stories of those whose lives have been extended and remembering those who made the life-saving choice to donate. Joining us now are Sue Miller and Macel Gibbs. And in this case, you know, someone's life was extended, but the donor is here to talk about it today, which is great because there is a way that you can be a living donor. So ladies, thank you so much for joining us today. You did this twice, but let's start here with Macel's situation. So tell us a little bit about your condition that led you to needing a transplant.
Well, I had a disease called PKD, and before I met Sue, I was getting very sick, missing a lot of family functions, ended up on dialysis before we hooked up, and she was willing to give me a kidney.
Willing to give you a kidney?
Yes.
So were you all friends or did not know?
We did not know each other.
What made you decide that you just wanted to give a kidney?
Prior to that, a good friend of mine needed a kidney, but we were not a match. And I had this nagging voice from God, Sue, if not for Nancy, why don't you do it for somebody else?
Sure.
And so I had started the process through the Ohio State University Transplant Center. And one evening, my husband and I were at a local restaurant and invited her sister and brother-in-law to sit with us. I knew she had been ill, but didn't know what her illness was. And in that conversation, it came out, well, I'm doing okay, but my sister Macel really needs a kidney transplant. And I was like, wow, maybe I would be a match. And so from there, it went from the Ohio State University to Toledo. And then with her insurance, it switched to the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. And all my paperwork and everything was transferred. But I had to still go through their process of medical testing.
Just to make sure that everything was going to work out, and it did.
Yes.
Because Macel, you were here today to talk about it.
Exactly.
And what has your life been like since you got the transplant?
Well, I'm not sick.
Yay.
My husband and I can get in the car without me throwing up all the time.
It's wonderful.
And I don't know where I would be today, if I would even be here. Probably without a transplant, I would be on dialysis, but I'm here and have a wonderful life with my family, and I can be a grandma.
Wonderful.
Play with my grandkids.
That's so great.
That's awesome.
You know, that's what this is all about. And you said, you know what, I want to help somebody else too. So you said, I can give away some of my liver too while I'm at it. So tell us a little bit about that.
That's correct. When you go through the process of being a living donor, they educate you on other ways of being a donor, and you meet people that are in the process of giving other ways. And I thought, if everything goes well with the kidney transplant, I'll look into the liver. And I went through the Cleveland Clinic Transplant Center for that. And 2 years later, on April 2nd, I donated a portion of my liver to a 9-month-old little girl.
Oh, wow.
And she is still doing well. And life has been good. I had a lot of good home support. My husband Lynn and my 2 sons Tyson and Todd were backing me the whole time. So I had a lot of good home advice and backing, and also my friends.
But what, you know, to think about a 9-month-old, you know, just getting that kickstart to life and being able to enjoy that, and the families too, obviously. So grateful to be able to spend that time with their loved ones. So we truly support your, and so that you know, you can be a living donor. You can, you know, help someone now if it's upon you to do so. We've got all the information on our website, WTOL.com, about how to get in touch with Life Connection of Ohio. So if that's something that you want to do, you know, that's, as you said, is kind of put upon you. You said, yeah, I still want to do something to help. So I'm so glad to hear that you're doing well and you're feeling good. And thank you so much for joining us today to share your stories. We appreciate it, and for keeping this chair full.
Yes.
We don't want it to go empty. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Amanda.
Thank you for having us.